What you guys got another video. Microsoft sued for discontinuing Windows 10 support. A plaintiff called Klein has opened up a case against Microsoft. He is taking Microsoft to court to sue them. The plaintiff has said that Microsoft's tactic of forced obsolescence is an attempt to monopolize the AI market. So Klein is from Southern California, and he sued Microsoft on Tuesday over the software giant's plan to discontinue support for the old versions of widely used operating system Windows 10. And you can see right here the plaintiff Klein has filed his claim in the San Diego Superior Court. Klein says he owns two laptops, both of which run Windows 10. Both laptops, he says in his complaint, will become obsolete in October when Microsoft's ends support for Windows 10. He also goes on to say that the end of Windows 10 is part of Microsoft's strategy to force customers to purchase new devices and monopolize the AI market. Klein also goes on to say that the estimated 240 million computers are unable to run Windows 11 upgrade. He says that Microsoft's move is to design to make the people buy a new computer, basically, and embrace the AI technology. Now, what I don't understand is Microsoft have recently opened up an extended security updates, which is ESU program, which allows users to spend either $30 or you can get it for free in some cases. If you sync with Windows Backup directly to OneDrive, you'll get it for free. You will need a Microsoft account, but there's your answer. You get another year's support. But Klein says that Microsoft should have offered this to customers for free, and he says it should remain an option until Windows 10 becomes less popular. He says neither Microsoft nor its original equipment manufacturers OEMs disclosed to customers the potential additional costs or the consequences of Microsoft's decision to end support for all operating system versions compatible with this device, the lawsuit says. This is the official document that he submitted. There is another one online, and I'll leave the links for those in the video description. So Microsoft haven't obviously responded just yet, but you can see by the stats counter, actually Windows 10 is climbing rather than declining. It's gone back up, and Windows 11 has declined slightly. You can see 53.51% to 49.26% for Windows 11. And it's gone from 42.88 for Windows 10 right up to 49.26. This is just for August, and it's climbing. So people are not happy with Windows 11, and people have made their voices heard in videos and on forums and other places. So I could see people's concerns, but my big concern is that Microsoft are a trillion-pound company. And basically, they've got a lot of lawyers that work for that company, and they make sure they dot the I's and cross the T's. And I'm pretty sure their terms of use or terms of service is going to be watertight. And there's not much that you can say, because at the end of the day, it is their operating system. And you're actually agreeing to all of this when you're using that operating system. So when you take a big company like that to court, you better have deep pockets. Now, my opinion is that this court case won't go anywhere because Microsoft are probably under no obligation to continue support for their operating system, so it will just be thrown out. And sometimes you have to ask the question, if you're taking someone to court, then you've got a couple of old computers, then surely you're going to have money to buy two new computers, because you're taking a trillion-pound company to court. It would have been cheaper just to buy a couple of new laptops rather than, try your luck in court, because, Microsoft could counterclaim and they could end up suing you. So you've got to be careful. Now, in my honest opinion, I do believe the judge will throw this case out because it's absolutely ridiculous. Microsoft own that operating system, and they can set their own guidelines and their own rules and terms of conditions for that operating system. They're not going to allow customers to dictate when and what they can do with that OS. Now, I do sympathize with lots of people that do have computers that they can't use anymore, but that is just the way tech is. If you look at other operating systems. Like Apple, they stopped supporting OS X versions after 3 years. And some Linux operating systems get 5 years or less support. So it's not as if Microsoft are doing something wrong. They are giving you 10 years of life support for that operating system. And then they offer extended support for that operating system as well. And you can check all of the life cycle information. There's tons of information on Microsoft's websites about what you can do and what you can't do and how long things are supported and all the terms and conditions. You can easily read that stuff yourself. And you'll soon find out that this case is pretty much ridiculous. Now, of course, if you've got a couple of laptops and now the operating system is reaching end of life, you can extend for 1 year, or you can use another operating system like Linux, or you can choose to use another operating system like Android or any of those other ones that I've shown on this channel, like FlexOS and stuff like that. So there is options available out there. I can understand people's anger towards Microsoft when it comes to using their old computer or laptop and saying it's still relevant in 2025, but unfortunately Microsoft make the rules for their operating system, and it's always been like this. Operating systems reach end of life, and it's nothing new. So they're not just doing it for Windows 10. This has been going on for many years. I mean, ask yourself this. Go and buy yourself a phone or a tablet and see how long the support lasts for that tablet or phone. You're not going to get very long. The operating system will stop receiving security updates, and you will stop receiving any sort of support for that device very, very quickly. But no one ever mentions things like that, because people are quite happy to go out and buy a £1,000 phone or a £1,500 phone and have that in their pocket and upgrade that on a regular basis. But they don't feel the hit in the pocket because they're doing a monthly payment scheme for that particular phone, unless you're buying the phone outright. And the argument I hear people say all the time is about they've paid for that product. But most people have already upgraded from older versions of Windows, from Windows 7 right up to Windows 10 for free. Microsoft have not charged you. So I really don't understand that type of argument either, because you was allowed to activate Windows 10 with Windows 7 licenses, or even Windows 11 could activate with Windows 7 licenses. And Microsoft were allowing you to do it. So if you're one of those unfortunate people that have a computer that is not compatible with Windows 11 because of the strict hardware requirements, my sympathy goes out to you. But there's not a lot you can do. You can either extend your security updates with Microsoft for free if you use the OneDrive and the Windows backup tool to sync your device, or you're going to have to use an alternative operating system like Linux or Android or any other version of operating system that you want to use on that device. If your PC allows you to upgrade that computer to be able to accept Windows 11, then you might be able to upgrade, but it's very unlikely. That hardware is probably old and it's not going to allow you to upgrade to use it on Windows 11, or you're going to have to buy a new computer. That is just the way the world works. Anyway, that's going to be about it. Just a quick video today. Just wanted to give you my opinion on that topic, which is Microsoft being sued. I wish that guy all the best of luck, because he's definitely going to need it. Anyway, with that said, I think that's going to be about it. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to my YouTube members. I appreciate the support, and I shall catch you in the next video. Bye for now.